Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Project Ozone 3 in Kappa mode. So, guys, today we are going to be working on getting Draconic Evolution fusion crafting going. We need that in order for us to make a Draconium chest, and we need that Draconium chest to make the alchemical chest for us to get the energy condenser, which is going to allow us to start into EMC and get like the real in-game craziness going. So that is our goal for now. Last episode, we saw that we needed to make, I think it was 13 Draconic cores, which required a whole lot of stuff. These ultimate control circuits do have EMC and they're very cheap. So once we're able to get into EMC, like these won't be a problem anymore. But for right now, it requires an atomic or 2 atomic alloys per. Each atomic alloy requires a reinforced alloy, which then requires an enriched alloy, which is one of these capacitors, which does not have EMC, and these are a little difficult for us to make. So I have let all that crafting process, and we have 13 Draconic cores on us now. These also have EMC, so once we get to that point, we won't have to worry about crafting these. But yeah, we wanted to make the basic fusion crafting injectors. We need these in order to put items on to be crafted using the fusion crafting core. And then we want to use both of those to make a draconium chest, which is some stuff here. So we need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the basic fusion crafting injectors. So let's make 10. I just crafted up 10 blocks of iron in preparation for this. So we will just go and throw those in there, and we should have everything to make 10 of those. And there we go. Awesome. So we have 3 of these draconic cores remaining. So this is now done. Oop, can't unbookmark that while I have the terminal open. So fusion crafting core is our next item that we want to make. So that requires some lapis blocks, some diamonds, and again, another one of the draconic cores. Lapis, we do not have a way to craft those blocks directly, so I will just go over and manually craft them. If I can spin my camera in such a way where I know where I'm going. How about right here? So we put those guys in here, and then we get 2 more of these, and there it is. So there is our fusion crafting core. Do we get a quest complete for doing that? I'm not feeling like we're getting a quest complete, unfortunately. Okay, so now that we have those items, we have, we have part of the recipe here. So we need 2 crafting tables and then 5 furnaces. Crafting table, 2 of those. All right, easy. We need furnace. I think I said it was 5, so we're gonna craft up 5 of those. That requires some compressed cobblestone, which we have plenty of. And, oh, I didn't unbookmark that. And we are going to need a draconium block and, of course, 1 chest. So draconium, the block, I don't know if we've made one of those yet. Okay, so we can just craft that directly. We don't have to use the factorizer. That is just a in crafting grid craft. So we want to make 9 of these. Cancel. Do this, that. I tried clicking that button and it didn't click before. I'm not sure what happened. So there is 9 of those. There is our block. Awesome. So now we just need a chest. 1 oak chest. So that should be the entire ingredients that we need. So each one of these basic fusion crafting injectors do need to be powered, and they have to be aligned in such a way that the fusion crafting core can see them. I don't know where we're going to put these. I was almost thinking we'd just put them downstairs, but at the same time, I almost feel like we should put them upstairs. We could put them over here. It seems like we got a bunch of different multi-block things over here, right? So, you know what? Let's just put it away from the wall a little bit. So 3 blocks away from the wall. And then we will put these things... Well, I kind of wanted them facing upwards. So let's do it again. 1, 2, 3... Then we'll do one of these numbers. There we go. So that should be fine. This doesn't go here, but I need to space it out a little bit. All right. So there is 9 of them, but we need 10. So I guess we'll put the 10th one this way over here. Just use these to prop us up a little bit. Yeah, so right there. And then This guy should be fine. I think that works. I think those are all in line. So it has to be 1 block away in any direction from a cardinal direction, I guess, if that makes sense. So it could be here, it could be here. Same level as the spawner or one above it. Not spawner, I'm sorry, the fusion crafting core. So anywhere around that area on any side. But yeah, it has to be, I think, 1 block away. And it can be up to like 10 blocks away or something. I don't know. Anyway, so this should work just fine. So now we need to give these things power. And I'm not sure the best way to give it power yet. So give me a minute here. I'm going to think on this and then we'll be right back. All right, so for right now, I think we're just going to stick with the Ender Energy Conduits. I made a Vibrant Capacitor Bank, and this can only output 25,000 RF per tick. Not a whole lot. So we have 1 Spectre Energy, Ender Spectre Coil. I was thinking that was called an energy coil. Ender Spectre Coil on the Vibrant Capacitor Bank, providing 20,000 RF per tick. Eventually, I think we'll probably move over to the Draconic Evolution power distribution network, because that will transfer. I think it's unlimited at the highest tier. Yeah, these are kind of limited, these cables. They're not super good. I do know that there are the other conduit that can do like 1 billion, 2 billion, however much that is. I don't know. That's like a whole lot. That does require stellar alloy, and then you have to make the melodic stuff, which it's just like really expensive, right? So I'm not sure if we're gonna do that, although maybe we'll make 1 and then we can EMC the rest, and that will be really good. That'll be something we'll look at sometime in the future, I'm sure. But anyway, this should now be set up. So you can right click on or shift right click to set single item mode active. Otherwise, you can put in multiple items. And for the most part, we're only going to be putting in 1 item per slot here. So we don't have to like separate these out and place 1 at a time. Yeah. So anyway, we can do that. We have 5 furnaces. And there was 1 more item, the draconium block. We'll add that right here. And the chest goes here. So it shows that the recipe is correct. We can click start. Or we can put a redstone signal on there to start it for us. But since we're just doing this 1 craft manually, I think that's going to be just fine. So how are we doing power-wise down here? Oh, it is draining a whole lot of power. That's fine. It'll be enough for this 1 recipe. Okay, so this is doing its thing. We just got to wait for it to craft up, and then we'll get ourselves the draconium chest. Very cool. So alchemical chest is the item that we're trying to make, and that is a part of that. So we have to make a personal chest, so we need basic control circuit. Let's see if we can start making some of these items. So we need a control circuit. Craft up one of those. It just requires a transistor, so this isn't super expensive. So that'll be fine. We need a quantum disk, which does require some different stuff here. Advanced circuit. We have that on AutoCraft, so we can queue that up. It might even be, well, I was going to say it might even be a thing where we just set this recipe and then have our applied energistics AutoCraft, but we don't have like the draconium chest for AutoCrafting and other things like that, so I'm not really sure if that's something that I want to do just yet anyway. Okay, so the amplification crystal does require the empowerer. That requires lunar and uranium oxide. Lunar, we have those. And then uranium oxide. We have uranium ingot. I think you can just put that into... Oh, I can't remember what the name of this thing is. We had this over here where we were oxidizing things. A chemical reactor. That's ammonia. This is water. Hydrogen. Did we have... I'm pretty sure we had one over here. Hydrogen. Maybe we put it over into here. Isotope separator, fluid infuser. This has got oxygen. So we put the uranium in there. And now we have uranium oxide ingots. Okay, so that's easy enough. So that will be enough for that. So we need 4 dark stone. We don't have dark stone. Okay, so how do we make dark stone? That is from quantum flux, so that is stone and cobblestone. So that seems like something that we want to make a recipe for. All right, so a recipe has been made for the dark stone, and I made a pattern for making the amplification crystal. Now, it's been a minute since we last came over here to our empower and had to change the setup at all. So let's try and remember how this works. So we put in the pattern here for making like empowered emeradic crystals, and that puts all the items in there. But one of those items, the crystal block, has to go into the center infuser. So yeah, we put that right here. This is a whitelist for that particular item. So if we want to do the amplification crystal, let's take a look here. So it's going to be the logic processor that we want to put into the center. So we need logic processor, and then we can just click and drag that right here to the whitelist. And then on the back of this chest, we had the extraction for a blacklist that goes to the other, what are they called? I can't remember. I was gonna say armor stands, but that's not the name of them. Let's take a look. I can't remember. What are they called? They're called display stands. Okay, so that should be all that we need to do. So if I tell the system to make amplification crystals, 2 of them, and we tell it to start, it should just work. Theoretically, we do have to wait for the logic processors to be made. So that looks right. I also did add in a recipe for the uranium oxide ingots. Yeah, we already had that set up automatically for the nuclear craft stuff. So I just made a recipe that says 1 uranium equals 1 oxidized uranium. So yeah, we can make those whenever we want. So there's our amplification crystals. That was pretty painless, to be honest. Okay, so we want to do the alchemical chest, the quantum disk. We should be able to craft this now. Awesome, so that's another piece done. ME chest. ME chest. We do not have one of those crafted, and that is an ME terminal, which we have an auto craft. And I don't think that's too difficult to be, no, that's gonna be real fast. We just have to make 2 of those logic processors. There it is. Okay, so there's that, and then we also needed a pure fluix. Let's craft up like 10 of those. We'll just have a few extras. This is also a pretty quick thing since we have the AE2 stuff. What is the thing called? This one? The crystal growth chamber? Yeah, those all craft up quite quickly in comparison to like the standard AE2 way. So there's the ME chest. Okay, so we have that done. Actually, ME chest, there might be a quest for me having that. I'm not actually sure. I should probably put like the quantum disk on me as well and just make sure like all these things, there could be quests for them and they have to be in your inventory. Okay, so we have that. Hyper diamond, I think we have everything except for the covalence dust, which is pretty easy to do. So there's the low, this is the medium, and this is the high. Do we get any quest completes for any of that stuff? Well, it's in my inventory. It should have registered by now. All right, so draconium chest infused diamond. We have that on auto craft. That guy. Personal chest. Oh, did I make a recipe for that and not actually craft it? I'm confused. Maybe we already had a recipe for the personal chest. No, you know what? I made the item, but I didn't actually craft it, right? We made the thing to use the transistor. Okay, and now we need to grab the draconium chest. Put that in my inventory, make sure there's a quest or not for that. All right, doesn't look like there is. Well, here we go, alchemical chest. Boom, we got it, guys. So I made the advancement storage upgrade. Very cool. Okay, so now that we have that, we can now make our energy condenser. Oh my goodness. That has been quite the adventure to get to this point, but that was the last item that we needed for jumping into EMC, and there we go. I made the advancement, condense the world. Quest complete, energy condenser Mark 1. Oh baby. So now that we have this, we can EMC all the things. So Ender energy conduits cost 965 EMC per. So if I place this down and I place that here, we can put something in here that has EMC and I'll convert the numerical value of that EMC into the same amount of this item at 965. So for instance, if we look at nether stars, which all have 100 and 39,000 EMC. If we place it in here, we delete the star, but it recovers the same amount of Ender energy conduits for that price. So there's going to be a lot of Ender energy conduits that we get for that. So that is really awesome. So that's one use of that. We can't do that. We could make buckets of water, which seems really expensive for some reason. Wireless crafting terminals, we can make backups of that. Anything else that I have on me that has EMC? Dink Knoll does not. This doesn't. The carrots don't. Okay, so not a lot of things that I have on me personally that have EMC, but there's gonna be a lot of things for sure that we're going to want to make extras of. Just kind of poking around and looking at other things here that might be useful. So that's got EMC on it. These shears don't. Simply Jetpack doesn't. Angel Blocks do. Okay, well, there's a few things. Let's take a look in the quest book here. I'm sure I got a lot of quests I need to claim. So we have some seeds. We did all the different essence seeds before. Master, Infusion, Terra Steel, the Sky Stone, the Nether Seeds. Let's claim all of those. We'll go back and under Zai, we have the Orchid that we made a few episodes ago. And then I think some of these completed when I was killing the Guardian of Gaia. I just never had all these runestones before, so we collected those, so we'll claim those quests. And then moving down to Phi. Yeah, so we have the Dark Matter, the Philosopher's Stone, the Energy Condenser Mark 1. We'll claim all of those. Okay, very good. So the next in this line is to make the Energy Condenser Mark 2. It does the same thing as the Mark 1, except it does it way faster. So that's something. Covalence. Oh, it wants me to have a full stack now. Okay, so I gotta craft all of those again, which is fine. Do that. So I have the one stack of the medium for some reason. So we need the high and the low covalence. Go ahead and craft these guys. They're very inexpensive, and the high was the other one. 1 diamond and 1 coal. Like, that doesn't really matter. So that should complete that quest. Cool. Alchemical bag. Even if you lose the bag, your items are still in the same colored bag. So this is very similar to like our Ender pouch, where you can color the color combination, and if you open up the white again, you make a new one, you'll see the same inventory. So it's pretty much the same concept, except far fewer of them. So let's see what the recipe for an alchemical bag is. That's not super bad. Oh, actually, an alchemical chest? We might hold off on that for a little bit, actually. Red matter. Okay, so this is the thing. Yeah, this is something that we're going to want to do. So red matter, normally, red matter, if I want to make one of those, costs 190 Fricyon ore. Well, actually, I guess a lot more than that since we already have some ingots. 2040 Inferium and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? 3 diamond wafers, all of that. Yeah, it gets kind of expensive. If we make 1 red matter... Well, I guess we have to make 1. So we'll make 1 red matter. We'll do it this way. And then we can take some nether stars and convert the EMC from the nether stars into more red matter. So we never have to do this recipe again as long as we have at least 1 red matter, right? So I think that's pretty awesome. So there it is, our red matter. And then I guess I'll put this stuff away. Just clean out the inventory a little bit. Let's grab some stars, like a stack of stars. So we have 8.91 million EMC in this stack, and that requires about 500,000 EMC per. So we should see, I don't know, like 16, 17, 18 of those. So let's put that as our target item, and we'll put the stars in there. And the 19, I guess I can't math. Anyway, so we have 19 red matters. That's awesome. So we no longer have to do that crazy recipe. All we need to do is farm up stuff that is really high in EMC, like these nether stars. So I think I'm probably gonna go a little overboard here and make a lot of red matter just so we don't have to worry about that anytime soon. I'm sure we're gonna need them. And if we don't need them, we can again convert this red matter at 466,000, 467,000 EMC into other items that have EMC. So we're not actually stuck with all of this red matter if we don't need it. Like, we can literally just convert it the same way we're doing these nether stars into them. All right, so I put 1 red matter into a chest here just for safekeeping. Later on, we'll be able to make the alchemical table. I'm not sure where that quest is. It's right, or the transmutation table, where we can put 1 item in there and it just learns it, and then we can always make more of them. I don't know what the cost is on this. I haven't looked, and that is quite expensive. That requires purple matter, magenta matter, stellar, capacitors, Kelline. Okay, dark matter blocks, compressed obsidian. I mean, this doesn't seem too crazy. Oh, philosopher's stone. We should probably make extras of those, especially since those are only 50,000 each. That's not bad. Where did I put my philosopher's stone? Did we put it over into one of these? Aha, it is right here. So all of these different things. Let's go ahead and pull that out of there, and we will duplicate some of those. This doesn't have EMC, does it? It doesn't. It's like, oh, we can make more RAK. So let's do some more stars. We don't need this many of the philosopher's stone, but I do want to have extras. Oh, okay. Well, we used a little bit of the residual EMC that was in there. I'll put 1 star in there. Okay, so now we have a few of these, and we don't have to worry about losing them. So we'll put extras into here, and then I will have to replace the one that we had over here. So this recipe will continue to work. There it is. Awesome. So now we have extra philosopher's stone, and we can worry about that other recipe here pretty soon. Let's go back to the book. Let's not do that just yet. Magenta matter is the next item that is on the list for us to make. And that does require us to have the ethernalis fuel plus the red matter that we just got done making. So we want to make some ethernalis fuel. We just need to make 1. So that's a stack of coal turns into 1 of these. And of course, this being Project E, these have EMC. So we'll just make a whole lot of these things so we don't have to worry about that anytime soon. All right, so while that's still doing its thing, we can put that into the system and make 1 pink matter. We don't even need to make a recipe for that since it won't matter now, or I'm sorry, 1 magenta matter. So once this is finished up here, actually we can click that off, do this. We can do that. So there we go. There's some more magenta matter. Awesome. So now that we have those, oh, what is that? Pink matter quest complete. Right, since we made the pink matter previously. Okay, so we'll claim the magenta matter, and then we will claim the pink matter, but I do think we have to make another pink matter, and this is going to be super easy now, right? So we already have the magenta matter, and we have this fuel, so we can do this. Look how simple it is to make pink matter now. Did I put that in here? I did. Okay, just double checking. We need some stars, so we can make extra pink matters. So put that as the recipe. Put some stars in here. Ooh, that's chewing through those stars. All right, so we're going to have to put some more stars in there because I'm going to want more of that matter. We want 1 to store over here for sure because we never want to have to worry about making that item again. And I guess I can also put 1 of these fuels in there as well. Okay, so now that we have that done, the next item on the list is doing the purple matter. So purple matter does require us to have 3 pink matter plus that fuel. So let's make a purple matter. This is an item we have not made yet, and the quest wants us to have just 1. So quest complete. Very cool. And then I assume we're going to need a few stacks of stars to make extra of the purple matter. So let's put that in here, and then we will just start feeding in these stars. And that's like a full stack. How much does this cost? This is 13 million per. No, it costs a little bit more than a stack, doesn't it? Since each stack is only about 9 million. Okay, very good. So there is 3 of those, and awesome. So we'll place that guy right here, and then we will move on to the next one. The next one is going to be violet matter. Get rid of the purple. That requires 3 of the purple. Yeah, all these recipes are pretty much the same, but things are getting progressively more and more expensive each time. Okay, so we'll put the violet matter here. And this costs 39 million. Oh boy. That is going to be a lot of stars in order for us to do that. So we want to make sure that we can get 3 more of the violet matters so we can make the next one. And then it's going to be 3 more of the next one to make the next one, etc., etc., etc. You guys get the idea. All right, guys. So I went ahead and I made 3 additional blue matters. So we have one over here, right? And then I made 3 more to make the cyan matter. And now we're up to 385 million EMC per item. So I feel like that's a good place to just kind of like cool our jets a bit and just hold on and not get too crazy. We're down to 100,000 nether stars, which is, you know, obviously a stupid amount of nether stars. But like that last one that we just did used about 3,000 or 4,000 nether stars, I think, to make it. And it's going to get 3 times more and more each additional time. Let's not just throw all of our nether stars at doing that just yet. So cyan matter was the last one that we made, and we're going to hold off on that. Now, I was just kind of looking at the book here after claiming all of these. We started into Draconic Evolution a little bit, and there's some things here that we should have recipes for. Draconic Teleportation is something I'm kind of interested in as well. Let's see if we can craft this guy. That looks doable. So can we craft that up? That'll... Draconium Dust. That'll start us into the Draconic Evolution quest line and give us some information at the same time. The other part of that was having some Draconium Ingots, which we've had. Void Dragons and Balanced Effort? Question mark? Yeah, so it just required 1 Draconium Ingot and the tablet that we just made. So that's going to give us 5 RAK and 64 Draconium Ingots. Cool. So we'll claim that. It also unlocked 3 other quests that we have to listen to the fanfare for. So let's go ahead and get that knocked out real quick. So there's the fusion crafting that we did earlier as well. And finally, the wyvern core. All right. So let's go back. We'll claim this one, and this one. Ooh, that gives us 8 wyvern cores. That's actually really good. So we got 16 draconium cores and some wyvern cores. You know what I want to do right now? I'm sure you do. I'm absolutely sure everybody knows what I want to do right now. We're going to make some more of these so we never have to worry about that nonsense again. I'm not sure. Okay, I was going to say, I'm not sure how much EMC was in there. The wyvern cores have that as well, so we will just go ahead and chuck in a bunch of nether stars in there and make a lot of these wyvern cores just so we don't have to mess with that again either. These are also things, until we get the alchemical tablet set up, I'm going to put at least 1 of those in here just so we can put them over here and make more duplicates. We have to have the item in order to make more of them, right? So we can place all of those guys back in here, 21 more plus 64 RAK. And how is the quest looking now? Okay, so what does it cost for this guy? That is not bad, actually. Let me get the materials together and we'll craft this up. Aha, that's something that I didn't pay attention to when I was looking at this recipe. It's like, oh, that's easy. Yeah, pedestal tier, too low. We need wyvern tier fusion injectors. Fusion injector. So that would be taking this guy, putting these items together, and then crafting them into the next tier. And while it's not difficult to do, guys, we are pretty much out of time for today, so we will save that for next time. I think we got a lot of good stuff going on. We did our first Draconic Evolution fusion crafting, and we got into EMC now. We made a whole bunch of different types of matters. Yeah, we are looking pretty good as we are approaching endgame here in Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.